Greetings to my team of 144, all Starseeds, Lightworkers, and Wayshores. It is 11162019, November 16, 2019. Another interesting day in La Matrica. Many timeline jumps. Most days, I can't remember what day it is anymore, but that's okay. Linear time is transitioning to spatial time. Freedom from the sine wave, freedom from sin, freedom from separation, the myth of life being fully revealed, the revelation, that which is hidden being revealed. The dream is exposing itself moment by moment, day by day. The dream within the dream. Many energies coming in today. We had a spike in the Schumann resonance, 46. 46 is very symbolic too, especially in the timeline that I'm experiencing, being in this vessel for 46 years, plus the 64 backwards, the Cota 64 to La Matrica. And there was a total whiteout for a period today on the Schumann chart. Also, many earthquakes around this realm on earthquaketrack.com. Earlier when I looked, they track M1.5 or greater. There was 117 earthquakes in the past 24 hours. There were multiple earthquakes in Indonesia and around the Ring of Fire, 5.8. So many people are seeing the 117, the 711, 711, and 6 hours ago in Turkey, these ancient lands, 71 kilometers depth of 4.3. So on the site it tells you the depth of the earthquake. Ecuador, 4.4, the 44. So the symbolism of the divine 44 and our homeland healing retreat in Ecuador. So many synchronicities, just constant synchronicities coming through. The 144 is consistently coming through throughout the days, these last couple days. The I am presence is fully coming through, and that this is the pure awareness of our true self. The I am here now. It is more simple than the mind can even imagine. You know who I am by the presence that you are aware of here now in this body. And I'm going to transmit a perspective of the myth of life. Now, many of these ancient texts, spiritual texts, religious texts were written. They were all written by what are called the Gnostics, Gnostics, meaning a person of knowledge, or Gnosis, Gnosis, knowledge itself. So they were transmitting Gnosis through the Gnostic writings, which many people call mythology, and through different legends, myths, stories, parables, symbolism, sacred geometry. They also wrote in gematria, if you want to research that to understand these ancient teachings. On a deeper level, gematria, every letter symbolized a number in the ancient languages, such as Hebrew, Greek, Arabic writings, ancient Arabic. And this is where a lot of the sacred geometry came from, and astrotheology, astrology mixed with religion. Many of the stories are really about astrological events. So all these prophecies through these ancient writings are coming to fruition. They're manifesting now in these final days of the false 3D matrix revealing itself, the dream revealing itself, and the lucidity, the silent lucidity within, the kingdom of heaven within, is calling us home. The kingdom of heaven was within you. The myth of Eden, paradise, many moons ago, I was initiated into an ancient Buddhist sect called Shin Buddhism, like Shin, S-H-I-N, from Shinran. And we would practice the Nembutsu, taking refuge in the Buddha of infinite light, infinite life. And the Pure Land was the Buddhist version of what people would say the Garden of Eden, Shambhala, paradise, New Earth. And really it's living from the center, living from that still center. We say the center of the brain, the upper Dantian, the Shengong, the center called the Crystal Palace. It is the crystalline cave, the crystal palace, the crystal cave, the crystal portal, where the sacred pineal and pituitary glands pulsate. These glands were worshipped by the ancient cultures, the Egyptians, the Mayans, the Incans, the Buddhist, Hindu, Taoist, knowing that these were the glands of vision, of sight, of perception. And living from that center is living in the peace, the harmony of Eden, paradise, the balance, the bliss, the joy. And we say when you live from that center, in the love, the bliss, the peace, the happiness, the joy, we call eternal bliss consciousness, fully conscious here now in this body, that is the I Am presence, manifesting into this realm, connecting to all things, all beings, all consciousness. The myth of Eden, or the myth of freedom, is living from that joy, that bliss, that center. The center of all things is that still white magnetic light that everything moves around, expands out from that center as a sphere, pulsating sphere, and returns linearly as a square. That's why we are in linear time. Consciousness came into linear time to return to center, return to the harmony. The further you get from center, the more complexity, the more chaos. And the closer you get, the more harmony, the more peace, until you totally merge fully with your true self, your highest self, your inner conscious mind, your inner self, what we call heaven. And what would this realm be like if all beings resonated from that center, that perfect harmony, peace? We would manifest Eden, and that is the path we are all returning to, and that is the path of freedom, of joy, of bliss, what we call New Earth, New Eden, New Atlantis, New Jerusalem, go by many names. So it is up to us. This is when the event occurs, when we all live from that center. So do it now. Find that peace, that joy, that bliss within. It's the journey within yourself, within your I Am presence, being fully aware. It's not complicated. It's more simple than you can imagine. We like to add to the truth. We like to dress up the truth in fancy clothes, fancy names, fancy images. There's nothing wrong with these names and images, but some people get attached or confused by what is true, by dressing the truth up with what is true, or what is perceived as false. So we cut through all delusions, all illusions. We cut through Maya with the diamond sword of truth, and practice the I Am presence, the I Am awareness that is here now in this body, the body of consciousness, the body of Christ, the body of God, the universe, here now. So go into that awareness and manifest that pure awareness. Smile into that feeling, whatever it is in that center, whatever you're feeling within. It's a guide, it guides you in. We feel our way to source. We don't think our way. We can use our thoughts to go into our feelings and then let those feelings guide us all the way through and through and through. It is a journey you take alone. We have assistance from our brothers and sisters of the star nations, the sky beings, our angelic team, the ascended masters. But it is up to you in this free will universe to step through that final void, that final portal, to go all the way beyond the beginning, beyond time and space. You know it when you arrive, that pure bliss awareness. Today's first transmission is from Archangel Gabriel. Align with your soul's blueprint, a message from Archangel Gabriel for 1111 to 1212. Dear ones, the activations from the 1111 portal are creating a deeper alignment with your soul's divine blueprint. Energy upgrades are taking place that allow you to build a new structure for your energy system to be housed within. These downloads will continue into the powerful 1212 transmissions. Your new aligned light body has been prepared diligently over the past few years so you could receive the new codes of ascension more freely. As expected, the physical bodies have been the areas most at odds with the new energy. Symptoms have been rampant that displayed the dismantling of the old structures held within you for so long. This has been very uncomfortable, yet highly purposeful. Maintaining a positive outlook as your body reorganized down to the cellular level has been difficult for most people. This is especially true when looking outside yourselves to see the world dismantling in a similar way. The good news is that you have come to a turning point, the place where those at the forefront of the Ascension wave are beginning the process of rebuilding the physical structure required for a new life within the higher frequencies of light that make up the fifth dimension. In this new time, your energy systems have begun to enjoy the up-leveling energies inherent within the process that are quite exalted. Even though your nervous system may still feel as though it has blown its circuits at times, there is an expansive gain in your heart's understanding of the massive shift taking place within you. Providing space for the restructuring process will now take the place of the continuous dismantling that has occurred since 2012 and for some of the way-showers well beyond. Dwelling in the shadows has been a fruitful existence. It has enabled most of those who have been finding their way through the morass of overflowing past history to absolve themselves of blame and open the doors of their perception to look outside the inner turmoil. The sashes have been thrown open from the windows of the mind, and light is pouring into all the dark corners. You are able to freely access those situations that have caused so much of the tumultuous learning processes necessary for your soul's education. Now is the time for more divine insight to take root within your knowing. Whether it is clear or not, all of your past experiences have had a bigger purpose than what has been obvious. You have been provided with the actions necessary to clear your Akashic records down to the bare foundations, the bedrock of your life known as the 0 point. From here it only goes up as you begin the rebuilding process of your physical structure to hold the higher frequencies. You are the empty vessel that has been prepared to hold the light of divinity as a sacred chalice within. Remember this as you create the next steps in your life. Take your time to access the inner knowing as you live your physical existence. What you put into your sacred vessel includes your attitudes and outlook on life as you begin to build your physical structure from the inside out. Preparing yourself to be a sacred chalice to hold divine light affects you on all levels. You will need to be serious about taking yourself lightly. Make sure you provide yourself with plenty of time and sunshine and in nature. You are being fed like the new leaves on a tree with the light of the photosynthesis. A process is afoot that will enable you to hold this energy as food. Just as a tree with its roots in the earth and its canopy in the light, you are building the forces that will allow you to thrive in the midst of change and inevitable challenge. Never doubt the presence of your spiritual resources that are working with you to ensure you are guided in every moment. You are loved eternally, as all you need is provided with grace and ease. All is truly well, and so it is. From Shanta Gabriel for Archangel Gabriel, shantagabriel.com. And one more quick note from myself about the mythology that was becoming clear as I was reading that transmission. I heard a ringing in the left ear as the light codes were coming in, reminding me not to forget, like many times we do as we get into the things about the mythology, the power of myth. There is a great power to the ancient myths. Some people think, oh, that was just a myth or that was just a legend. But the myths were created by the Gnostic that were very intelligent, the intelligentsia that transmitted these ancient truths, these ancient knowledge, through the ancient mystical teachings, through the writings, through these ancient spiritual texts. And myths, like Joseph Campbell would explain, or Carl Jung knew this very well, Carl Jung, Jung, that the power that myths hold within the stories, within the legends, speak directly to your psyche. They bypass the conscious mind to go to your deepest subconscious and inner conscious, we may say unconscious mind, to awaken the deepest aspects of your conscious awareness. We say the power of myth. There is a great power if you follow the stories, these concepts, like the finger pointing to the moon. Follow the concept to look at the moon and experience the power behind these myths directly. So there is no longer any doubt, any fear. Master Long would say, only fear dies. Love is eternal. And yes, brothers and sisters, power is in these myths. The power of love, the power of truth, the power of bliss. The problem is when people take myths literally and they start picking and choosing or dressing up the myths to follow their own agendas, what we might say the construct of the matrix. But it's up to each one of you individually to take any myth and realize the power. They're all about the journey that consciousness goes through, wearing these different masks, having these different experiences, and then returning back to self through the self-ascension process, reuniting every aspect of our awareness, our manifestation, to return fully aware into that void, into that unconscious mind, to merge the internal with the external with the internal, emptiness with form, form with emptiness, bringing heaven to earth. We are the rainbow bridges. This vessel is the whole universe, this avatar. The chakras are the rainbow colors of the electromagnetic spectrum, connecting heaven to earth, heaven above and earth below. We say cosmic energy or cosmic consciousness, or earth energy, earth consciousness. We're bringing the two together, the left hand and the right hand, or the left path, the right path, the fire and the water, the eagle and the condor. As you all know here now, without any doubt, that all prophecies are being fulfilled, all is being manifest. These end times is the end of the false times, the separation programs, the end of all duality programming, as we merge fully with ourself, fully with each other, to create and manifest into this field, into this void, our highest love, our highest truth, our highest visions. And now from Sri and Kira, the harmony of the moon and Mercury has illuminated everyone and everything. Everything the light is shining upon to reveal, to expose. As you bring a hand to your heart and take in a deep loving breath, let it out with a deep exhale as you connect with the greater mystery unfolding before you now. The energy of the amplification that was so beautifully received during the full moon is now starting to reveal the depth of the mastery claimed. Can you see it? A dynamic weekend of sharing that what is worthy of the illumination showering the universe. Take the plunge. Say yes to full illumination as your soul leads the way. Shifting into the second half of November and noticing the spirals of energy of creation beginning to send tentacles to the new moon of the 26th, the choice is being revealed. This is the moment to fully receive the month to date and to start putting the puzzle pieces together. And you can find them on official Sri and Kara on YouTube, TosaBlueMountain.com. Also, the new moon of the 26th of November is connecting to the solar eclipse, which will be on the 26th of December, the 26-26, or the 62-62, which is 88. And of course, multiple times yesterday, today, the 88, that's the double time loop, as we're breaking free of all time loops, of being a prisoner to the sine wave, to sin, to separation, and to all time loops that we created as our awareness manifests into itself to experience all that was possible. With SriandKara.com, open your mind. I am here. Expand your vision. I am ready. Ignite your heart. I am open. Heal the world. Guide me. And yes, our higher selves are stepping in to guide us through these final missions, through these final activations, as we manifest what many are calling the event, or the shift, the great awakening into the golden age. And from Ascension Energies, a new dawn has come. The revolution of human consciousness has not been televised, and it doesn't need to be. This is a deeply personal shift catalyzed by the individual, an awakening of the inner world, a realization of being inside of a box by stepping outside of it. We all know as children that magic is real. It is a given. It is only through becoming stuck in the reality of the mind that we lose our knowing. The body, the mind, and the spirit all speak to different levels of reality, and the soul is beginning to speak. Can you feel it? It is the force that is crumbling the ancient systems of total control into the framework of the new world. It is the driving fire inside of you that pushes for knowing, for meaning, for belonging. The soul fires have ignited. The primordial resonance of humankind is stepping back into its own destiny, taking control of its own fate. There is a great freedom and responsibility here. No one else can do it for you. We have to save ourselves, as the living embodiment of creation should. From Eric Rains, Higher Consciousness. And today from Christina Papagiorgio, Blue Planetary Hand, Kin 127, 16 November 2019. 1611-2019 equals 723 equal 12 equaling 3. 16, the tower struck by lightning. 7, the mystical magic spiritual solitude. 3, the Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, union. Kin 127 equal 10, manifestation, leadership, authority, and new beginnings. A day of divine manifestation, healing, and accomplishment on a planetary level. Day 10 in the white mirror wave spell of reflection, truth, illusion, endlessness, and magnification. Today is the day of the physical plane manifestation. The accumulation of energies over the last 10 days of this wave spell allows us to harvest this energy today through manifestation. The white mirror magnifies and reflects the endless order of alignment in our center, illuminating all that needs to be discarded in order to accomplish great healing. Tone of creation, planetary, tone 10 in the physical realm, action, produces, power, perfects, essence, manifestation. The 10th stage of the wave spell is the perfection of all we imagined as possible, and more. It is the harvest stage where we happily reap our manifest splendor. The forms we have been imagining begin to manifest into our reality, and our lives begin to reflect the deep soul longings that we desire. Planetary energies enable us to build and manifest strong connections with spirit today. We have the power to perfect and accomplish great healing through our manifestation process today, perfecting healing in all aspects of our being on a personal and planetary level. Earth service. Take the opportunity today to sit in nature and send healing energy to Mother Gaia, visualizing her perfected brilliance emanating from the rainbow butterfly wings, surrounding and folding her with pure source divine love, ready to take her magic galactic flight. Hunab-Ku, the galactic center. And beloved beings of light, a side note from myself, that great central sun is that great fire burning within you in the center of your being, your essence, your pure light, your pure love, that pure essence that is in the heart center in the solar plexus that manifests out to the ends of the universe. It is the same as the center of our universe, the central sun. There is no separation. The whole universe, being holographic, is contained within your vessel. Today we have a great opportunity to realign our perspective in order to reflect the greatest healing possible. Today's question is, how can I use my panoramic and prophetic vision to find perfect solutions and manifest great healing for myself and our planet? Divine blessings for accomplishing great healing today. Sacred Lotus Blossom Blooming. Kin 127, 127, Blue Planetary Hand. Mantra for today, the code is, I perfect in order to know. Producing healing, I seal the store of accomplishment with the planetary tone of manifestation. I am guided by the power of vision. Beloved being of light, let us know what your vision is, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, the beauty that you want to manifest into this world through your infinite creative potential. We are all sacred artists. Our life is a life of art. Everything we see, hear, experience is the symphony of our life story. So what is it that you want to manifest? What creative vision, what creative sight, creative sounds do we want to manifest into this infinite field of infinite potential? There is no limitation. The only limitation are portals, are gateways of the mind. Now all portals are open. The gateway is fully open. But it is up to us to consciously step through what in Buddhism, the Zen Buddhists would call the gateless gate. The mind is the gate. The door is fully open. Through great courage, through great tenacity, persistence, we never stop. We never give up. Warrior of the light, you know this. With your heart center, you feel it now. You may feel the chills, you may feel the bliss, you may feel the joy, because love has won, beloved beings of light, and victory to the light. Have a beautiful and blessed day, awakening being. I love you all. Namaste.